Welcome to Shemik Academic of Music, and today we are going to be talking about what the location of tonics on each strings and the patterns to make use of in what on each strings. So and also how to invert those tonics. Now I have a material for this, and in the material I've been able to explain was it what I want to say now. So but for better clarity, so that's why I'm doing this video. So now if you have a do one of I have told you about tonic. Tonic is was the do of a song where the starting point. So we have the lower tonic and we have the upper tonic. So now, but we are starting with the lower tonic. So now, and we're going to be talking about if I have the tonic on any of the keys, any of the strings. So now, take for instance, I have my do on key A of this sixth string. We are going to start with this sixth string. So now, in the material, I wrote it. I'm making use of it now. So there is a position. So based on the class that we had earlier, we have learned key E, how to play different positions on key E. So now we want to see those patterns. The same pattern we used in that key E, we are still going to make use of them in other keys. So that's why we want to just pay attention to them so that we can make use of those patterns also in another key. So now we want to look at now if I have my do on the first on the sixth string. Now the position that we are going to make use of, the pattern we are going to make use of is that of the sixth position of the E major scale that we have played, and that is how there's a pattern that it follows. When you look at it, this is key G, this is what A, this is what B, this is C. Now what is this? This is what D. What is this? This is what? E. So this is E. So now on the material that we have our position of sixth position of E major scale as this. Do. So we have it like this. Do. So these are do. So because we are having the do now on the sixth string. Now, and I told you I wrote in that my material that when you have the main key itself, we start with do, do, do. Now followed by re. So that is do, re. So you can see this is the sixth position. So let me play it now. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, ti, do. So now this position, now you will see it in that material. That same position, that pattern that I used. So if I have my do here on this is B, if I have my do on key B, so now this is it. So I will make use of the same pattern that I use, which is this this first and second and here, this one, the same pattern. Mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So the same pattern. So if I have my do on on G, I will still have it as that same pattern. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. The same thing if I have my do here. So this is G sharp. If I have it on G sharp, so that will be do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. The same pattern I use to play that of key E. That same pattern, just bring it and just place it and play it like that. You get that now? So now the other one is when we have our key on our tonic on the fifth string, the fifth string. Now the fifth string will follow the fourth position of the E major scale that we have played earlier. I've given you the material for it. So when you go and look at the position, how the pattern is, that pattern itself, just look at it and follow it and use it to play your any of your key that is on on the fifth string. So the fourth position of the E major scale. So now if my do is here now, if my do is here, so what is the fourth position? So it's gonna be do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Now you see, so la, si, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Now ti, la, sol. So you can see where I finished from. So now this is the do now. Do. So the same pattern I used to play that of the fourth position. That same pattern I carry it. So if I look at it now, if my do also is here, let's say is here. So the same way I played here that the other time, I play it here also. That is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. So now you can see that. Now la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, mi, re, do. The same pattern. So that same pattern you use it. If my do is here, so you can see this is what? This is C, D, this is E. If my do is here, so the same pattern. So if you couldn't get it, that means you need to go to my first material. If you have not gotten my first material, you need to get it. You can contact me for that. So now you need to go to that first material. Now go and look at the position. That's the fourth position. So now pick the do, the first do, which is on the fifth string, and play that pattern. Use that pattern to play any of the do that is on that's on the string, that fifth string. So now let's go also to the fourth string. So now which of the position we are going to use for the fourth string? Now go to the material and go and see the first material. So go and see the position of second position of E major scale that I have given to you. So see that position, you see how it is. So you now see, so that this is if my do, and go and look up for the first do. You see the first do will be found on the third, on the fourth, string. Do you get that now? It will be found on the fourth string. So now I'm making use of it and I'm looking at it. So now if I have my do now, if I have it here, now look at it. If so, anywhere I have it, I'll use that same pattern. So this is this pattern now. Do, no, do. So so you can see that now. So now the ending part is re. So that is the second position, which is re mi fa sol la ti do. So now that is how you use it. If I have my do here on that fourth string. So so now next one, if I have my do here, so I still use same pattern. Same pattern. So if I carry it like that, if I have the do here, I use same pattern. If I have the do here, look at it. This is same pattern again. So I just use that same pattern to play. So when we have our key, our tonic on the third string, so what are we to do? Now I want to explain something. We have 6 strings. So now the first 3 is the upper tonic, first, second, third. That's where you find the upper tonic. The lower tonic is from what? Fourth, what? Fifth, sixth. That's where you find the lower tonic. Do you get that now? So if I have my do here, this is, let's say this is B now. This is G A B. So this is B. Do. Now where will I find my upper B? Where will I find my upper B? So now from here, from where I pick my do, count. This is it. Count 1, 2, 3. So 3 upward, 3 fret upward. So that will that be, I'll now pick it the third. So that the third string. So that be, this is my upper string now. This is it. Now we have, what's it, 6, the string 6, the upper, was it, do will be on string 3, was it, string 5, the upper do will be on string 2. String this 4, the upper do will be on string 1. So but there is now a slight change. When you have your 6, you will count 3 upward to get the upper do. So but when you are on this fifth string, you will count 2 upward to get your upper do. So that will be, what's it, 1, 2. So this is my upper do now. This, if I pick my do from here, so that is, so this one will be, so now if I pick my do from this fourth string now, so my upper do counts 2 frets, 1, 2. So that this is my upper do now. So now if I now have my do, my tonic on the upper, what's it, upper tonic, on the upper tonic. So if I found it here, so that's starting from third string. So if I found it on this third string, so what will be the position I'm going to make use of? So the third string, based on the material, we make use of the fifth position. So the fifth position will give us the do re. So that's do re. So this is do re, do re. Now, so what is now the fifth position? Now I want you to notice something inside that material. You see that I was circling some what's it, some notes, some numbers. Those ones that I'm circling, those are the tonics. So those are the tonics. The one I'm circling, those are the tonics. So if I have my do here now, so you see this is how it's going to go. So this is the pattern. So go to the fifth position and let's see how it's going to go. The fifth position, you go and look at how the upper do, that upper tonic, how it's being played. So it's not going to be so Now that same pattern that I use now, if I put it on any string, any of the frets on this third string, it's still the same pattern I will use. I will still get the re fa sol la ti do. So this is it, same pattern, and I'm now on another fret now. So I'm now playing. So see the same. So what if I'm here? So the same thing. What if I'm here? The same on the same string. It's the same pattern I will use. Uh-huh. The same pattern. So you can see that now. So that is for the string. String 3. So what if I'm on string 2? So what will be the position based on the material you're going to make use of the third position of the E major scale that we have learned so far. So go and check the the third position. You will find do on the on the second string. You'll find do on the second string. So if I have my do here, so now it's now going to be do. So if it's do, re, so when you have it like this, so this is the position. This is. So if I have the do here, the same thing. If I have the do here, I'll still use the same pattern. So play. If I have my do here, the same pattern. If I have my do here, this is the same pattern. So that is how it goes. So now this last one, you see, if you have your your do on the last one, is the same thing as that of the sixth. So